Hello and welcome back to My Own Worst Enemy. We're going to do a quick unboxing of GMT's For the People, the fourth printing of this. And sitting next to me, I have the third printing of this as well. So I'm going to keep this out. You want to watch until the end because this is a 3-inch box. This is a 2-inch box. And I'm not sure why they went with the 3-inch box. Maybe so you could add a counter tray. I don't know. We're going to see though at the end of the video if all of this stuff from the way it's packed now in this box will fit into the original box. And why am I going to do that? Well, let's talk about the cover for a second. Now, I know I've watched some unboxings other people have done. I've talked to other people about this cover. And for the most part, I think a lot of people like this cover art. And I'm going to have to be one of the outliers on this. I am not a fan of this cover art at all. Now, before you get angry or you think I'm crazy, my reasoning is, to me, this looks like the style of the art. And let me get this out of the way first. I have no problem with the artist, and the work done here is impressive. That he is clearly talented. He or she is clearly talented, and we'll take a look and see who actually did the artwork once we dig in. But clearly, it's a very talented artist. I have no problem with the quality of the work. I think it's outstanding. It's the style I have a problem with. And this looks like something that would be more at home on the cover of a Walking Dead comic. It doesn't, I'm not feeling Civil War when I look at this cover. I'm looking at The Walking Dead. But great quality. The quality of this is impressive. And I want to see GMT continuing to use artists like this and, get some new covers. So for the longest time, this was the face of GMT. You had the Roger McGowan covers, and these are great too. But I appreciate that they're trying to change it, so I think this is a step forward. For this particular game, I don't think this style works for the people. And I realize I'm in the minority there, but that's okay. We all have different tastes. So let's dig into this. I just want to do a quick video to see what we get. Now, this game has been out for a while, so it's not going to change. The GMT website says that, it's basically the same as before. You get a bigger box and all the erratas caught up and all that kind of stuff. So we're just going to do a quick run through of this. And this is, of course, the rules of play. It is matte paper, and it is a chunky rule book. We'll just go to the back here to see how many pages we get. 45 pages. Now that's the scenarios, so we can come back a little further and say there are 40 pages of rules approximately. Nice looking rule book. The color and everything you expect from GMT is here. Let's look at the credits really quick. Now I want to look at the artist. So this is Mark Herman, if I didn't say that. Of course, everybody probably by now knows that. We all know who Mark Herman is. And if we don't, you should. So let's look down here at the credits, and we'll look at the cover artwork is Donald Hegarty. I hope I'm saying that right. But that artist, I think this is a great artist. He or she is a great artist. So do not send me hate mail for not liking the style of the cover of this game. So yeah, nice looking rule book. I've never played For the People, and I have Washington's War. I've played that one once, so I'm looking forward to at some point finally getting this one to the table. Now the other box I showed you, the third printing, I bought that when they released the third printing, and I still haven't played it. So it's been around for quite some time. I bought the fourth printing because I like the map in here, and I like the idea of having the thicker box. So we're going to take a look at the rest of this now, and here's the player's aid cards, glossy, and they're the thick printed paper that we like. Sequence of play is on there, the strategic will summary, all the things I'm assuming you would need, combat results tables, and this of course is not a hex and counter war game, and we'll see that once we actually get to the map. And then the strategy card list, this is kind of nice. It has a card-driven game, so you have all the cards listed out here. So if you're missing one, that'd be a good place to start to try to figure out what you're missing. This is also nice, the 1861 scenario quick setup display. So that would aid you in setting up this game, which we will do on the channel at some point. So subscribe if you haven't. You want to be notified of when that happens. These are the counters. I'm assuming this is all of the counters in here. And I'm getting a very, right now I'm playing the U.S. Civil War from GMT, and it looks very similar to the style of those counters. Let's take a quick look up close. And these are the The brown core, they feel a little thinner than I like, but they should work. They should clip nicely, and I'm going to see they're not centered nibbed, and I don't know how they'll punch out, but either way, I will be clipping these. And then there's a half counter sheet here, and there's some are falling out, so they're gonna punch out very easily. These are the control markers and some destroyed markers, and there's the back side to those. So yeah, the counters look like they're gonna fall out easily. I'm gonna push these back in. Not a lot of counters there, not like GMT's US Civil War. So not a whole lot of counters here. Now we're gonna look at the map. Well, actually, let's hold off on the map until the very last here. We'll look at the cards next. There are, looks like a deck for the Confederacy and a deck for the Union. I'll just hold these up. Nice thematically printed artwork on the cards, so that's cool. These cards look like they are the standard poker size cards. Let's open a deck up just to see how these cards feel. And what I'm looking for here, when I say how they feel, I don't mean if they're happy or sad. I mean, of course, if they have that waxy, thick feeling that I like, and these do not. Unfortunately, they are the more papery feeling cards, but they will be sleeved, so not to worry about that. Perfectly functional cards. I like the artwork on the top parts of these cards. That's really nice. So that's the cards. You get 2d6 blue and gray. So I like, when you get a Civil War game, you want the colors of the dice to match. In fact, I may even use these with the game since they are blue and gray. I may not add custom dice. Zippies, which I may or may not use. And we have this insert. Now this is why I was saying, do you really need a 3-inch box for this game? So all those components fit in basically in about a little over an inch of space. So this would come out. We can take that out and chunk it because I won't keep that anyway. It looks like there's it's kind of spot in that box. I don't know what that might be. So let's get the map out. Now, one of the things I liked about this reprint was they redid the map. So you have two choices. You have the original style, which is this. And I don't know if I can get all of this on screen. Looks like, yeah, pretty much can. This is the smaller game table that I have, and it holds a standard size map. So there's nothing wrong with this map. I like it. It's point to point, and it's got all the information on it that it looks like you'd need. The other side, though, this is new for this printing. Man, let's see if I've got it upside down. I don't think so. So this is the newer version of the map. And I have to say, if I play the game, I'll probably use this side. This is a lot nicer looking. A little darker, but I like the more terrain looking background to this. So that's kind of cool. So if I play it, I will definitely use this map. So let me go ahead and now I'm going to see if all this fits back into the 2-inch box because I want to see how much room is left at the top for a counter tray. So let's look at that. So hang on one second. And through the magic of time compression, I'm back. So this is the third printing box, the 2-inch box. So I'm going to let's just grab the map first from the fourth printing. And then I'm going to we'll grab it all here. Here's the rule books and the counter sheets. Here's the zippies. Actually, I'm not going to let's put the zippies in for start, but I'm not going to ever use the zip locks. So we will put them in though. And here's the cards back in. And you still have about, well, probably 3/4 of an inch left. I don't know if you can see that on the top there. The cards are going to slide everywhere. So I'm going to put the cover on. And so the components all fit nicely into the 2-inch box. And now the only thing is, and let me grab a GMT counter tray. So this is the GMT counter tray. Again, I'm going to grab the cards, set those off to the side, the zippies, and the dice. And actually, we'll take the counters out too because they would be in the tray. So the counter tray fits in nicely, but here's the problem, and this is why having the 3-inch box is nicer. These cards, they probably would fit in here with the counter tray. So let's do that. So let's say we had our cards and our dice, and the dice can go just nicely on the side here. No big deal. So the counters would be in the tray. You've got your cards, and it almost fits. Well, actually, it does. Well, it's a little cattywampus here. Let me see what's going on. I think this card deck is probably not laying flat on the counter trays. Let's try that. I think So it doesn't quite go down all the way, and you can see that there's a little bit of bulge there. Now the problem is, one, there's a slight bulge. It's not bad though. If you didn't want to sleeve your cards, you could in fact keep this cover with this game and just use the 4th edition map. Problem is though, I love to sleeve my cards, and if I sleeve these cards, there's no way they're going to go back into this 2-inch box. And so I, of course, would have to use the 3-inch box. And all these components, and let's see how the cards would fit in with the 3-inch box. Get this out of the way. That's going to go back in. So now we've got tons of space for our cards to go in. So yeah, once I sleeve these cards, they're going to fit into this 4-inch box nicely. And then, of course, if I wanted to, I could use this cover, or I could be really crazy and use the original cover in the 4-inch box. But I'm not going to do that. This 3rd edition, this may be a giveaway on the channel. Again, subscribe if you haven't, so you can see when that's coming up. I'll keep the 4th edition because it is thicker. I'm not enamored of this artwork on the cover, but it's fine, it works, and I put it on upside down there. Totally works. Slowly goes down. So there you go. That is the 4th edition of GMT's For the People, the 25th anniversary, it says right there on the cover. So that's it. I just wanted to do a quick unboxing of this game. I've yet to play it. I hope to get it to the channel soon. I wanted to compare the size of the box and the cover of the artwork to the 3rd edition printing, so I hope you enjoyed that. If you like this cover better than the 3rd edition, let me know in the comments down below, or just let me know your feelings in general on this artwork. Like I said, I'm happy that GMT has decided to try different things like this. I hope to see that. I think it's a great idea. And again, the artist does a great job. This artwork is great, but the theme to me, again, does not match the Civil War. Yeah, that's Abraham Lincoln kind of, sorta, but he looks like he's been zombified. That's all I'm saying. All right, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you have not. And as always, thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you back here next time.